So when we come up the Chodesh of Tamuz, for many people, I don't know why, but come immediately the meaning of, okay, it will start the Shiva Asar B'Tamuz, and we go inside the time of Ben HaMetzarim until Tisha B'Av. It's look very, for many people, what people ask me is that it's look like a time that is come with sadness and concern about events that wasn't the good time for the Klal Israel. But in fact, we have to notice after what come the Chodesh Tamuz. What did we celebrate before that? We celebrate Shavuot. And Shavuot become the way that, in fact, we receive the Torah and we become the first free nation in the world. I will explain myself. That we went out of Mitzrayim, of Egypt, this was a promise that Hashem made to Abraham Avinu. And he told him, I will make you a nation, and from this nation, one time they will be under the control of other nation, the Egypt nation, but I will take them out. So it will be Yetziat Mitzrayim. You are going to go out about your galut, yes, your exile, your limit. If you take it in your life, you understand that we have a promise that made by Hashem to Abraham Avinu, that anyway, it's not important what the event you are living at this time in your life. Hashem make a promise, I will take you out of the situation. You are not going to be stuck there. About the Torah, it's no way mentioned that Hashem will give the Torah. So I give this example a few times. We have in the history of America, 2 centuries ago, Martin Luther King, yes, that used the pasuk of Moshe Rabbeinu, let my people go. Yes, everyone know that. He just copied the phrase of Moshe Rabbeinu when he was talking to Paro. So we can say we have the same history. Our history was 3,000 years ago, and now to take out a nation that was under the control of America and to give them freedom, he used exactly the same way. And yes, he succeeded at the end to make free his people. Until now, we can say, okay, it's a nice way to take the history of the Jewish nation and to help other nations to do that. But in fact, if we stop at this point, and this is what happened in the history, I don't know how much the situation is better today between the different race and people and colors people in America. I don't know. Apparently, yes, but I don't know really. And what happened? We can't say that those Afro-American people create a new civilization with knowledge and share with the other nation. No. So what is the difference between going out of a situation that limit your life and having a new goal? And the goal and the purpose of life of the Jewish nation wasn't just to go out of Egypt. It was to receive the Torah, to become free about anything else. It's like to have the dimension about what you can be, what is the sparkle of Hashem that you have inside you, and to be connected to that, to have the 613 mitzvot, the Shabbat, the Chagim, the celebration, the wedding, the Brit Milah, every event we had. So it wasn't just to get out about where we was, it's to become someone with a completely different dimension. This is what happened before Chodesh Tamuz. It is based of 2 elements, the moon and the sun. The year sun is 365 days and a half, and the moon is about 30, between 29 and 31 days. The Christian civilization are using only the sun to make the calendar, and the Muslims are using only the moon to make the calendar. So in fact, timing in life, it's about months or about year, or about a month or about a year. The Jewish nation mixed them. It's what we have every 3 years, double Adar. So then all the time, Pesach will come always at the spring. What is important to know before Chodesh Tamuz about that? Immediately after Chodesh Tamuz we finish with Tisha B'Av. And at Tu B'Av, the 15th of the month of Av, is the most spectacular, powerful moon of the year, in the middle of the month. And yes, this is the day of love between the Jewish nation and Hashem. So before Tammuz, we have the Torah that give you the completely new dimension about who you are. You have a spiritual dimension that no other nation have. After that, after Tisha B'Av at Tu B'Av, you have the Hashem show you that during the months he can make shining the moon more than the entire year. So he loves you with no condition. Between the time of Kabbalat Torah, Shavuot, and the time of Tu B'Av, we have these 3 weeks and beginning of Chodesh Tamuz, that in fact we have to look inside what we think that is dark and destroy, how to build. In the Chabad Hasidut, they celebrate, and this year I think it's a big celebration because it's 30 years of the Rabbi of Chabad. I know a story that happened in France, my country, where I was born. After the war, the Rabbi of Chabad was a young student. He wasn't the Rabbi of Chabad. And he was at the port of Marseille, where all rescued from the war was coming to find a way to take a boat and to build a new life when they lose everything. They lost everything. And the Rabbi of Chabad was at this city, waiting for every Jew that's coming, give him some coupon to have some food, some place to sleep, to help him, and then to find a boat that he can go to America, to Australia, to everywhere else from France. My father told me a fantastic phrase that the Rabbi was saying to those people. He said, here you have a coupon to have food, a place to sleep, and maybe a ticket to find a boat. I ask you to do only one thing. You have to conquer the world. I remember when my father was telling this story, I was young, I was very surprised, and I said, what? Those guys lost the family, the house, the money, everything they have nothing in life. They are going to try to build a new life, maybe to survive. We call them the survivors. And my father was telling me, no, you're wrong. They are not survivors. This was the power of the Rabbi of Chabad. He told them to conquer the world. We are talking about 1950, 1955 maybe. It wasn't Shaliach Chabad in the world. It wasn't. There may be a few of them. I think that these years I celebrate something like 3,500 shlichim everywhere in the world that you can imagine, even in the Himalaya. Yes. What happened to those people? They conquer the world with the Torah because you can go anywhere. I had a guy yesterday that come to my home. I say, I'm going to have a trip in Thailand. I finish the army. I go to Thailand. I asked him, where are you going to eat? He said, no problem. I already have the contact and the address of the small village. It is a Chabad Shaliach that make kosher food for me in Thailand. Why I told you that about the Chodesh Tamuz? Because you have 2 ways to see life. To see what happened in the past, that was mistake from the nation, our mistakes, and the mistakes that we continue to do. And yes, sometimes the consequence is something are destroyed or something are broken. or something have to be fixed. And then you look at that again and again, but you don't do something to change, in fact. The changement comes when you say, okay, I don't want to be a survivor. No, definitely I don't want to be a victim or a survivor of what happened in my life until today. I want to conquer my life. Like the new word in English that I learned this week. I want to reclaim my life. Yes, this is right. Yes. I want to reclaim my life. This is, in fact, my vision when Rosh Chodesh Tamuz comes. It's like one way when we're thinking, oh, look, disaster, destroy everything. So we are victims, we are survivors. My life, it's many mistakes that was done by me, by the other. This is the way I can see the life. I can see the different way. I received the Torah, and Hashem will show me, after all, that He loved me in unconditional love. This will happen in Tu B'Av. During this time that everything looks destroyed and have to be fixed, I have two ways to make it. With sadness and say, look, what happened to the Jewish nation also happened in my life in a certain way. Or, no, I want to build my life. I want to rebuild. Like he said, Tisha B'Av will become the Yom Tov, yes? The days that will rebuild the Bet HaMikdash. The Bet HaMikdash in one notion. My life, I am a Mishkan, I am a Mikdash. My life, my family, my person. So the truth for me when Rosh Chodesh Tamuz come, it's to have time to think about what I can build in my life. And yes, trying not to make the same mistakes that I did, but in a positive way of thinking, I want to build my life, I want to conquer my life, I want to reclaim my life for me, for my children, for my friends, for my family, and for other people. And the moment I decide to make that, of course, I come in completely different way. I will say to celebrate the weeks that connected between what happened at Shavuot, what will happen from Tu B'Av, and then when the Hagim will come. It's like the timing between the moons that will be very powerful. And my ear, it's in my hands. I take the time in my hands, and I decide to build my spirit, my life, and everything. So become conquerors too. Everyone have to conquer his life, family, friends, and other people. I will tell you, I have for base of thinking in life, or sad. In fact, it's a push to do something better that I wasn't seeking before. If I wasn't pushed, I wasn't awake myself to do something. So this feeling have to be transmuted to a good thing. Let's do something for everyone else. And of course, for me, it's coming on the way. Okay. So what I wish you for this week of Parashat Korach, it is Rabbi Babach Hana. It's a special story that says that every month Korach go out, the earth is opening, and Korach go out and claiming Moshe Emet and Torah Emet. I love this story for one point, because it says that at the end, because every month, every Rosh Chodesh, cover, nothing. It's not in Olam Hazeh, not in Olam Haba, it's completely out of the world until the Mashiach will come. Even this, every month, every Rosh Chodesh, he comes out and says, this is the truth, Moshe Rabbeinu and the Torah. So I say, saying that I am a Korach, but a part of me have this ego, yes, everyone. A chance to Korach every month to restart completely and to say, okay, I'm starting, I proclaim, this is the truth and this is what I want. Maybe I can do it for myself too, have a complete refreshing thinking about myself. That to say, this is the truth and this is what I want to do. Of bringing the Mashiach inside my life. Not the global Mashiach, but my personal. Yes, a Jew have to be very, very happy and proud that Hashem chose him to have a neshama. It can make us to make mistakes, to not making the best of what we can. We have this chance that it's coming now for the Rosh Chodesh and the Parashat Korach at the same timing. That in fact, yes, I can look at the mirror and I say, you know what? I do believe in you. I believe in myself because I have a neshama and because it is tzaddikim that help me to elevate myself. So I do believe and I am sure that I can be much, much more shining than I am looking now. So at the end, it's like looking at the mirror and to look of the light that is inside everyone. I'm talking about myself, yes? And to see I have more light than I was thinking. I want to make it shining to myself and to other people around me. This is the way that I see this message of this parasha with the light of the Rosh Chodesh coming together. Shine with light in front of the mirror and in front of everyone that is around you. And good news, in 1 week, I want to see everyone shining at least twice that I saw you today. Chodesh Tov and Shabbat Shalom.